He was across the street from where Dubs perceivably works.
Mm.
And then prior to that, he said, "I'm gonna run down on you, Dubs. I'm gonna come see you. I'm going to your place of work." That's why we think he was there to see Dubs. Honestly, I don't know if that's a gross assumption though, Ian. You can correct me.
I think he did the whole thing on live.
He basically did the drill rapper thing as a 36-year-old man. He did that whole thing. But
It's so much ratting going on in
but
here.
Joe, why do I have to subscribe to your street morals and codes? Or what are you, a Bishop
Wait,
Gigante
wait,
Prophet? What the?
don't try to mix
No,
me
you're
in here.
talking about ratting. Ratting is from
Who
street
said
culture. This shit is
I'm
content
not
creation. No, I don't like this, Joe. You
who
come
said
up in
I'm
here
not a rat?
trying to paint a picture, trying to paint a goddamn narrative all the
Oh,
damn time. What do you mean I can't call the cops if
Danny,
somebody's threatening
your
me?
new angry Kermit voice that you found in
This
the
Kermit
last
voice
few
is a
days.
problem. I'm not taking it no more. All right,
Listen,
go
I'm
ahead,
I'm
Joe.
not saying that I'm not a rat.
His
Okay.
I'm not.
name is Mouse.
I
But
know, right?
I just wanted to know if y'all was
The
in
nigga
here
told on
ratting.
ransom.
Oh, whoa, whoa. That's not true. That was never a thing.
See, now those are back to those. Y'all do that a lot in here,
But that I
but
said that's not
that
true.
y'all asked a lot about boundaries as if y'all were confused. So when y'all talk about ratting, it's like halfway ratting. Like Dub said all that shit that Flip did and didn't say one lick of why Flip might be feeling that way. Dub spoke not a word
Yes, I did. Hold on, I'm
to
thinking right now. Okay,
to
yes, I
to
did.
just how much he said to antagonize, provoke, and instigate. So if a nigga shows up to your job, then
Hold
deal
on.
with it.
Hold on. What did you say to instigate?
What did
Mm.
who say to instigate?
What did you say
Joseph
to
Budden.
instigate?
What did I say to instigate?
Number
You said
three.
everything, nigga. I wasn't fucking
I'm an
looking for him the night
instigator.
before with Freaky
Joe,
Zeke, but you
Joe,
said
but,
it.
Joe, before you got in the room, Dub was asking me that question, and I said to Dub, I said, Dub, you sounded like you started off wanting to get closer and do things with Flip, and then when he didn't do what you wanted him to do,
That's
you
not true. You're
you
painting a
flipped the
narrative.
script. Yes, it
You're
is.
painting a
Well, that's
narrative.
what
That's the
happens
wrong
on this
narrative.
side a lot. That's exactly
No,
what
that's
happened with
wrong.
Dub.
That's
Wait,
That's
wait, wait. Let him finish. Dubs. Go ahead, Joe. You said on this side people change the narrative and
Listen,
something
it's
like
not
that.
even about this side. That
that's a
is
lie.
exactly what happened with Dub. I want to keep it
No, it
specific to
did.
what
No,
we're
it's
talking
not. No,
about.
it's not. Hold on, he's lying. Hold on. Let me tell you why it didn't happen at all, Joe, at all. I hit up his man, right, to try to get an interview. After I did that, his man told me, yo, he don't really do interviews. I don't really fuck with Flip like that on the content like that because he do his own thing. We try to give him ideas, whatever. I said, all right, cool. I left it alone. Boom. He started going crazy on Danny in the spaces, all that, suck my dick, violate, whatever. You know, I took it for Danny the first time. He calmed down. He did it again. I told him about G Black. That's his man. He calmed down. Cool. Then he said on his shit, yo, any nigga that want to take up for him, suck my dick, violate me. Then I went on his IG live. I was just laughing. The nigga took me down, suck my dick, you pussy. Da 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 da. He said all of that to me first, my brother. I ain't do none of that. He did all that stupid shit. That's when I started. I said, oh, is he really? Oh, this is some content shit. So I'm gonna keep going and playing with him. But then he's then he keep going. So I'm like, oh, okay, all right. If I could, like, if he's gonna keep calling me pussy, saying this shit about my family, disrespecting, and I ain't even take it there with him, then if my videos is gonna bother him, then I must be nice. I'm gonna keep doing my videos. I'm fucking nice. I ain't gonna stop doing my videos and it's antagonizing a nigga on your podcast. That's not my problem. So and then on top of that, you instigated it. You know what I'm saying too. So it don't make it look like I did nothing wrong. The nigga that's on your shit did everything that's wrong. You feel me? Like not me at all. I'm chilling. I'm eating
Dub,
right now. Right
Dub,
snapper.
hold on a second, Dub. Let me just jump in. I'm sorry, but your story starts out and it sounds like it has merit to it. But the
It's a
truth
real
is, the
story.
truth, I know, but the truth is, you're discounting the antagonizing over and over and
Yeah, but
over.
he
And then
violated. But hold on. You're not getting this part. He violated me first. So I
by
don't I
saying,
don't
by
I don't
doing what?
understand. I
By
don't
doing what?
understand where you like I get what you're saying. He went low, don't go lower part. But
Yeah.
he violated first.
Yeah, but
So
you're not
and
2 years old, Dub.
no, but no, hold on. And him violating first, right? And me doing my videos, I'm thinking, like, yo, this nigga has he's not that guy. So he's not stupid. You get what I'm saying? I'm like thinking like, yo, he's not a stupid guy, but clearly he's like kind of stupid. So, and that's saying me
See, you
saying that
still
is
at it.
I hate when you
See,
say
you
that,
still at
hold
it.
on,
Dad.
hold on, hold
Yeah,
on,
you
hold on.
still
That's
going.
not.
You
Hold on, hold
still
on,
at it though.
hold on. That's not trying to antagonize him.
Yes, it
That's
But it
is,
that's
is
Dub.
no. But hold on. All right,
antagonizing.
but
Nah,
hold on,
that
hold on. All right, so if
Flip a
it's
crash out
antagonizing,
artist.
hold on. I don't mean it in an
Same
antagonizing
shit with
way.
that shit you said earlier. You could have made your point about your business and how legitimate it is without bringing up his business. You do
There you
things
go.
to antagonize.
Exactly.
Anything can be
Let's
considered
call a spade a
antagonizing, though.
Yeah,
spade.
anything can be seen as
Stop with the
antagonizing,
semantics,
All
bro.
right, you
Dub.
got it. That's
That
peace.
ain't
You right.
semantics, bro. If he said he's not, how can you say somebody's dumb without saying they dumb? Without saying he's the sharpest tool, I don't think he knows what's going on. Anything that you say to try to express that someone doesn't have a high level of intelligence is going to be considered antagonizing. There's no good way to say
All
that
of,
shit.
Yeah.
and that person might show up to your job.
But
Okay.
that person works for you, so don't you
Yeah,
have
that
to?
person's liable
Yeah,
a
like
lot.
y'all not liable in
If
this
you
situation.
speak that way to and about humans, those humans may show up or
You're
try to
right.
find you.
You're right, though. You're right.
And
So
that's why you
What?
have the law.
Yeah,
Make sure
like
you call them.
what's the what does it get unpacked?
You're
Why is
right.
this on Joe? This has nothing to do with Joe and his
Because
business.
y'all employ him.
No. Stop.
Tell your lawyer.
Yeah,
Nah,
exactly.
no funny
tell,
shit.
tell
It
your
wasn't.
lawyer and see how it works.
It wasn't me because I wouldn't do no shit like this. There was motherfuckers adding prize picks and shit like that, telling them about this story, bro. Like a lot of motherfuckers were uncomfortable by this. A lot of motherfuckers were emailing. A lot of shit's going on, bro. So the fact that y'all
yeah,
are acting oblivious is kind of, I
that's
don't
the
know. It's
Jameson,
crazy part to
disingenuous.
Jameson.
me.
No
I
one's
never did
acting
that.
oblivious, Jameson. What's happening is I'm telling you, act like an adult. You're all responsible for your own actions.
That's true. You're right.
That's it.
Wait,
And if you're gonna sit here and act like certain things you say that are absolutely antagonistic, then why would you be surprised if you get a reaction, even if it's verbal, or someone trying to come see you, if you're doing it as an adult conscious of what you're saying and how it may make someone else feel?
I'm.
That's dumb to
I'm.
me.
No, I'm not mad. I just make content.
See
I'm
what you
not. I'm
just said
not.
was antagonistic,
This
E?
this
no,
manipulation and gaslighting is
yeah,
crazy.
that just doesn't make any
And our
sense
question
because
isn't about that. Our question is how do y'all handle that and allow people to do things as such as Flip did?
as
That's our question.
as professionals,
And I told you, I said it.
All right.
I
So,
said very clearly.
question: if a woman, well, I guess domestic violence would be the best case here. If somebody's going around hitting
Mhm.
kids because the kids was talking shit to them, that's cool with y'all.
How does what are you talking
yeah,
about?
bro,
How
you
I'm
does
don't
that
even have to
make?
use
Just
hypotheticals.
stop,
You can
man.
literally say Flip is about to crash out on a patron, and that's the
if
simplest way. Like this dude
if
is
Flip
looking
gets
for
violent,
human beings.
Yeah, but you know what? That's y'all version of this story. For
Correct.
all
It's
we
not.
know,
He did it
for
on
all we
live,
know,
bro.
I don't care what he said. For all we know and can prove, Flip went over there to have a conversation with Dub, and that never took place.
no, bro. For all you know, he literally said, "I'm going to be
Bro,
violent with you when I come over there," and then he went over there. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
but he also,
Circumstantial evidence doesn't show
pardon me.
that
Hold on,
though.
let me get this off. I'm sorry, but he also kept a camera on the entire time and had his son there with him. So if you're trying to get me to believe that he was going over there to be violent, I don't.
We have seen Flip fight on camera with his son. That don't mean shit.
bro, he hasn't empowered his son to beat people's asses. What are we talking about? Like y'all, like y'all are
Now
wilding.
y'all see again. Now y'all talking about what people empower their kids to do, and y'all don't see how that's like over boundary.
Not when it's on camera.
Nah,
I
Joe,
yeah,
know
Joe,
like
there
we
is
nah,
no
we
like
have
they
a
you're
don't
real
trying
touch
to spin
blurry
it
line
here, and
about what the boundaries are over here.
it's kind of man. I can't watch a nigga on live go live and say I'm gonna beat niggas ass when I find them, and then have they boss and employer come in here and say, nah, this is for content. That don't make
But
no
he
sense.
but he also said I'd like to have a face to face conversation with Dub. So y'all keep talking about I'm gonna beat your ass. He also said I'd like to talk to him like a man.
But what part
So
came first?
The
Because when
chicken or
Dub,
the egg? Like what do you want? What do you want from me?
the
it
part that
doesn't.
came first was when Dub said, "I asked your man G Black or whoever I want to do an interview." Then Dub said, "What you trying to do? You want to fight? You want to pull up? What you want to do?" And that's where things escalated. So it didn't escalate from Dub's end; it escalated on the other end.
Here's my question for Dub or anybody else on this side. Is anybody here afraid right now?
Shaking in my boots.
Honestly, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm asking.
bro.
I feel. Wait, can I speak? I feel uncomfortable when Flip talks about coming to my job because that's just where I work. I don't want nobody coming to my job or even
Okay,
talking.
that's reasonable. Does Flip know where you work?
Yes, he knows. He knows where I work. He knows where I live. He's made allusions to exactly where I live. Imani has done the same thing. Y'all listen to these bum ass loser redditors who have been stalking me and giving y'all information, giving
Please
you
don't say y'all. I don't pretend to know where any of you are located.
no. But you got a picture from me that was shared by a redditor.
But come
I'm just
on, we
saying.
got
Why
it.
can't I? Why
Danny,
can't
come
I
on.
leave? Why can't
Let's
I
get
leave
to the
my
They hate
real right
information?
now.
evidence.
Why can't I? I'm giving you something that you obtained from somebody who probably knows where I live, and I'm telling you that Imani and Flip have alluded to knowing where I live. You have a picture of me from 2008. Like I'm not. This
Yes,
is not.
Danny, I have a picture of you and I
This is
posted
this.
it. This conversation is about doxing and looking for people in real life, like knowing addresses. I
All
don't
right.
pretend to know anyone's
Imani
address,
said, "I
nor am
know
I
the
looking for
glasses
any
you
of you.
wear. I know the block you live in. I know the type of haircut you have." He said all that. So yes, they do know where I live. That's a fact.
And Danny, you genuinely feel threatened at times when those conversations are had.
The job thing I thought was really weird. I thought that was really stupid of Flip. And I don't know, that's not an insult, but I don't think you should be playing with a person's job, just like he did with Dubs.
But wait, if I'm not, just for clarity, how did he get Dub's job location?
Oh,
He said that he found it through his friends.
no, I thought he said you asked for an interview, and I thought
Yeah, I was told you sent it to him.
No, well, no, that was at the end. But
So
in the
you did
beginning,
send
he
it
So
to
at
said
him,
some
Dub?
point, you sent him an address.
I told him
After
my
it was
address. I
requested.
told him my address.
Man,
Yeah,
come on
but
with this clown shit, man.
yeah.
Guys, come. I mean, seriously, there's a piece of this where it's like, okay, good. If there's genuine concern or merit in you feeling unsafe, okay, as professionals, absolutely, there's a way to address it. But then if you don't say all the details and you're just telling a story that's convenient to whatever shtick you're talking about in the
But
moment because you
hold
have
on. He told me his
400
address
people
too.
here.
He told me his address too,
Okay,
though.
so there
I
you
didn't
go.
go. I
That
didn't
doesn't
go.
have anything to do with anything though. Like it doesn't matter if
But
somebody sent somebody
for a
someone's
negative
address.
reason.
Like
Yeah, I didn't go in it for a
people are
negative
Yes,
reason.
it
Yes, it
does. It
does
speaks to
because
the
you're making
clown
it.
show going on.
You
from
make it
Flip,
How?
sound
yeah,
like
because
he's
once he
finding you.
shows up and y'all are saying like, oh, he just wants to have a conversation, bro. Once
Yeah.
would
Flip is
would you agree if
Flip,
there's a clown show going on, Flip is part of the circus?
Yes.
Got it. All right, that's respect. That's peace. That's respect. I think that's certainly a viable thing to say.
Or has been. I can't say that he will continue to participate.
No,
What
that's.
was the question?
I said Joe said that this is a circus, a clown show, and then I said, if this is a clown show, then would you agree Flip is part of the circus?
Yeah, I think willingly. Like I said, I think the whole thing is shtick. I really
Yeah.
do. And I think Dub knows, and I think Dub's playing into it too. I think he's
Yeah,
rallying
same.
the circus. I think it's
Mhm.
all conscious.
This shit is overblown. It ain't even no reason for this to still be a conversation for 2 weeks. It is overblown.
It's
I
only
think
been
that
3 days.
no,
I'm
maybe
telling you.
since he popped up, but this has been brewing, buddy, for weeks.
Yeah, but Joe, that's the part that they won't acknowledge. And when I say they, I mean Dub, I mean Jameson. I
Whoa,
know Danny.
hold up. I did acknowledge a lot in my video. I acknowledged the whole timeline of this.
He might
It's
No,
not
not.
see.
what I'm saying is there's a benefit to you as a content creator for this shtick to continue forward. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Honestly,
not in a negative way.
I
No,
don't.
it's
Yeah,
not.
I'm gonna keep
No,
it
it's
real.
not.
I Flip really
It's
don't
not
move no
beneficial.
num. Flip really don't move no numbers for me.
Yeah,
I've
it's
only
not
covered
beneficial
him.
for me.
I've only
Danny,
covered.
stop it.
He
Danny,
don't.
why?
Dub is bigger this week than he was last week. Stop it,
Oh,
Danny.
that's Dub. But for me, Molly Mall, Rory, Joe Budden, that's the bread and butter of me. That's what I'm.
Yeah, but
Jesus
we're
Amira.
talking to and about
Jesus,
Dub right now.
But now everything is a
Charlemagne.
COE.
Yeah, but Dub, why don't you just accept the fact that this is part of what keeps things
I'm chilling.
bubbling and
Ian, to be
embrace it?
honest,
I
I'm chilling,
respect
bro. To be
that.
honest, I'm chilling. Ian, to be honest, I had a great day
Yep.
You know what I mean? I had a great day. I'm
I
really
believe
chilling,
it.
bro. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, my man. I ain't even tweaking.
I didn't think you were. I honestly feel like it's shtick that turns into argument, and then everyone's like, "Yeah, okay, keep throwing fuel into the fire. Go, go." It's that's how I visualize it in my head. I don't think any of it has any real significant threat or uh, downside to it. I think everyone eats off of it,
Yeah.
and I think it's fun.
The
I
only
think
thing,
it's
the
fun.
only thing though, to be real, I just think it's not fun anymore. It's not fun anymore that everything isn't COE. Like that isn't fun. That Flip said that. Because I thought everything was COE, and then now it's not, and that's a big reason why.
I think. I mean, I this is not a shot. I think Flip has severe character flaws that I think both of you have acknowledged, where he can't really. It's hard to tell how much of this is real, and it's because he pulls up to people's places. I think once he did that, it kind of became a real thing. Um, and I don't care that that's just factually true. So, and even with y'all, the way he conducts himself on camera, you can kind of see there's something there that is a bit problematic.
I don't think that Flip is going to hit Dub.
I mean, I don't think you're the best marker of what's going to
Shit
happen.
is crazy. If with a fifth, we'd all be like, this shit is wild to me.
All right, so we are afraid.
It's not about being afraid, bro. It's like when you meet somebody in person, you have no idea what they're gonna do in real time. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna have a
But
conversation." He
but
could be saying
but
that
we do have an idea because he's seen him in person and absolutely nothing
they
happened.
didn't see
Everybody
each
went
other.
home to their
They
families.
never met.
You're introducing a lot of variables.
Wait, what are you talking about?
They've
I
never
saw
seen
a
each other.
video.
That
You didn't see
wasn't.
me, bro. That wasn't me.
Oh, so you still going with that line? Listen, man.
That really wasn't me,
He
for
went
real.
over there. They didn't see each other. Dub was where he was at. Flip went to where he was. The end. Like, what are we doing here?
Come on, I know you're trying to cover your ass right now, Joe, but that's
There's
not.
nothing to
Seems like we're
cover.
lying.
Furious, furious. Be clear. There's nothing to cover. Call your lawyer. I don't need to tell you.
Nah. So when Flip says
There's
whoever has bear
absolutely
mace,
nothing that can happen to Joe
no, no,
Budden
no.
or the Joe Budden podcast from this.
Hey,
Let me be
respectfully,
clear in
you got
case
to
y'all
tell that
thought
to
there was a
Flip,
story
not me.
somewhere. I
So,
don't need to tell Flip. You the only nigga keep talking lawyerish.
hey, respect.
Flip sound fine. Flip sound like he went over there, nothing happened. All right, he went to work. Y'all the niggas sounding a little shaky in the boots.
Yeah, trying to switch the narrative.
Because we're being
Fuck
threatened.
out of here.
Yeah,
Niggas is
I
not
mean,
shaking. They-
this is kind of like that masculine play.
Textbook
Yeah.
I
textbook
think we could all
manipulation.
agree.
What happened? I got a phone call.
Joe said
Joe
we're
Joe
speaking on.
Joe is trying to. Oh, no, I was
Dub,
saying Joe said he
Dub,
disqualified our opinions
yo,
because of our masculinity.
I have a
yo,
question.
yeah.
If tomorrow Queen's Flip hit you up and said, "I'm gonna come sit down with you," whether it was on or off camera, would you do that?
In a positive way, yes.
Okay, so underneath all of these complaints that you're voicing or discomforts that you're voicing, you genuinely would like to connect with Flip because you enjoy what he does, correct?
No, 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 no. Not like that.
Oh,
Not like that. No, no. I don't care for that. Like to be honest, like I was saying that on some like I'm not soft like that type of way. Like I'm
well,
not. I
who's
wasn't talking
questioning
about it.
your? Who
I wasn't
questions
talking
that?
about it. I wasn't talking about it on a. Do I love his content? Do I want to meet him? Do I want no? Because originally, when I wanted to do the interview and stuff like that, it really wasn't for what
Mhm.
he does in his content. It was for people to see a different side of him. You get what I'm saying? So, and then my man was telling me that he doesn't want people to see that side of him, and I was like, oh, all right, like, and my man was serious about that. Well, his man. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. So I kind of left it alone. So to be honest, right now, going forward, no, that's not something that I really want to engage in. And that's not
Even if it was off air, Dub, I'm not talking about. Forget about content right now. What I'm saying is, in a scenario where Flip were to pop up and say, "Dub, let's get together and just have a conversation." Is that something that you actually would like to do, or is it more
about what
about?
about what though. I'm just kind of curious.
I don't know. You just voiced for the last 20 minutes how uncomfortable and unprofessional and,
I mean, now it's
negligent he
over.
is.
I mean, now it's over. To be honest, it's over now. I mean, he
Okay.
like to be honest. Like I feel like he's not gonna apologize what he said,
Right.
and it is what it is. So the talk behind the scenes is kind of fake to me, and it doesn't show anything for me. So I will leave it alone and just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, no, I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, salute, man. Well,
Well, you
hopefully.
did get us to see a different side of Flip.
What you mean, like him showing up to people, or like, what do you mean by that?
It's just a different side of him.
Is it monetizable?
The manipulative.
Everything is monetizable over
Uh,
here. You shitting me?
And don't
I
forget it.
know where I'm at.
I told you, Danny, this is just a neon pilot run right here they were doing with him.
yeah, man. IRL. It's the new thing. New thing.
So
Dub, do you
all that
think
for
we
You want to be
Dub?
Jack Dorsey?
Do
At the
you
end of the
think we'll
day,
see you with IRL and improper?
Oh, I can get a check. Send that in.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
I'm
If
always
we get
about the bread though.
okay,
I gotta pay my rent in Dumbo and shit. Dumbo House member. He said he went to the gym, but he did not go to the gym. And we could do that. We could walk through the gym. I could show him like my life in Dumbo. Like Ian, I have a really good life. Like you would like it. I'm trying to tell you.
He just tried to see your life in Dumbo, but you wasn't
No, he did
around.
not. He didn't try to see my life, and he did not try to see my life in Dumbo. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. I don't want to
wait,
He tried to
look.
end
Dub.
it
I'm
in
not
Dumbo.
snitching. Look, I'm not doing that because it's a catch 22.
Oh, we
Joe in
way
here
past
playing.
snitching, buddy. Don't
Joe,
worry
no, no,
about
no,
it.
no. Joe in here playing a dangerous, nasty game with the words. So I'm like, I
niggas
had to
nervous to
ice
be
up
around Flip
and
now.
put myself and put no, no. I had to put myself on mute because he's playing a nasty game. So I shut up. But outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I have a great life. You know what I'm saying? My shit on IRL will be fire, nigga.
Back
I'm
in
like,
D-
2011, I was around Flip, and I must say, you would be nervous to be around him too. He's an erratic person.
So Dub,
Is
would
They
you
it?
would
love
you,
they love stories from 2011 over here too.
I knew Flip when he was trying to get on college radio. Man, I'm different than you, Joe. I'm about this media shit.
You need that rap sheet. There's a history. There's a
it's
pattern.
good, Ian. What you was about to say?
I said when we start improper, can we get you to train Flip?
Oh, that would be great, man. That would be
So you
so
would
great.
make content with him.
Don't fall for it, Dubs.
Don't do that to
I'm with
Flip.
that. I'm
That's
with that.
There's
nasty,
I'm
an
with that.
Ian.
emphasis on that improper
I'm
part.
with
Yo,
that.
these dudes over here so cloudy and nasty. You do
Do
you
not
did
do
all
that.
of this fuss to turn around and say, yes, I will still do content with him. Oh, get a
No,
Ian,
you
I don't
you
even
fucking
told
like
me
That
I
that
get
blood
you
to
from
were
the
the one
crip
mentor
who
keeps
Flip.
coming.
proposed
get
that,
a
You said
Ian,
I get
because
to
you
fucking
said
mentor
fine.
that's
Flip.
like
You said I
literally
get to
Flip.
mentor Flip. That's
I want to be clear. I never want to do content with Flip. I don't like him. I think he's
yo, Danny.
low.
He said I get to.
No, I'm not. I'm being honest. I think he doesn't have the range to have a conversation with me. He's going to immediately default to whatever stuff he does and everything is suck my dick, you stupid. So,
And violence.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that part. Trying to mentor him
Yes,
and then he crashing out
he
during
is
the mentorship.
dynamic.
That is kind of
Dan,
crazy.
Guys,
Danny,
guys,
I
this
can't do
Danny,
that.
this
You're
isn't a
right.
Drewski skit.
That's gonna
Danny.
be bad for my brand.
Dub, that was not an offer to mentor Flip. That was a
All right, Ian, go ahead.
yo, Danny, what's up with you tonight?
No, Ian was talking and you cut him off. All right, go ahead, Ian.
Danny, I would love to see you do content with Flip, and you couldn't be more wrong when you say he doesn't have range.
That's Cap. He has the
Yeah.
range of
So,
mystical. That's exactly.
No,
for
mystical, like
sure.
the rapper.
Yeah, mystical. Not the drink. Mystical the rapper.
Mystical can spit. What are we talking about? And he has range.
What are you
And
talking
Danny,
about,
I
Slick?
don't
Stop
believe
it.
you for 2 seconds that you wouldn't make content with him, but okay.
He is no Rory Farrell.
Hey,
Talk
I
Danny,
don't
about
knock
think
this out
Danny
of my
Danny
hand.
doesn't trust
Talk
Flip,
about it.
so that's why Danny would never do anything with
Yeah, I
Flip.
think
He just
yeah.
doesn't trust that it would be all good all
Danny
the time,
doesn't
and
Yeah,
it's
trust
too quick to.
anyone. Danny
That's a
doesn't
fact.
trust anyone.
That's a
Yes,
fact.
he does. Danny, if
Ian, he
I
doesn't.
was in between and I was
Oh
the
yeah.
one arranging it, would you do content with Flip?
I don't want to. Nah, man. I really don't want to. I don't want to do anything with Flip. Like I really don't. Like I think the way he's approached me is something
It's Bush League.
I can't, man.
yeah, I
Tell
don't
him I'm
know.
a
Yeah,
Danny is
yeah, we
jaded
can't
from
do
his
that. Yeah, we can't do that. I'm
podcast
gonna have to stand
breakup,
with Danny with the WeWork
podcast
and
break.
which is
That's what
why
Joe,
You
he's
would know.
which is
we
Joe,
why
doing
he's
together.
fixated on podcast breakups. I did the science on Danny long
Nah,
ago.
Danny, the Brooklyn Nights, we gotta
That
stick
that
together.
pod breakup fucked my guy Danny
Yeah, it did.
Y'all
Danny.
trying to be hard on Danny for not wanting to do content with Flip, but when Flip wanted to fight you, you didn't want to do podcasts with Flip.
Oh
for a whole
shit,
month.
Wait, who just said that? And are you aware who you speaking to?
Evan.
Oh, I don't talk to Evan. I don't
Evan's
even talk
funny.
to Evan.
Bet you if Evan was on your show, he'd be way better than
I don't
Flip.
even talk to Evan. Evan, you're not one of the guys over here I speak to, nigga. Mute up.
Nah, Evan's one of the goats. I'm not gonna let you
Evan
talk
is the
about Evan.
goat. Evan is one of the goats
Wake
of
it
the
up.
B word.
Evan is certainly someone I value. I'm not gonna
Oh,
allow you to
he
do
ain't
Me
that.
Nick.
too.
You're no Nick.
I
What?
value Nick.
Everybody over here is valued in
Evan's
high
not a
God.
Nick.
regard.
Evan's not Nick.